Hi, my name is Annette Sarkissian, and I'm going to be your teacher for Integrated Physics and Chemistry. This class is an introduction to physics and chemistry. Sometimes it's called physical science in a few different places, but it's going to basically introduce you to the structure of matter, how elements and compounds interact, also mostly an introduction to physics, how motion and forces work, how things move. It's going to talk about heat, electricity, magnetism, waves, and how those work and apply to sound and light, and all of that. It's going to be a fun course. There is one experiment in every unit, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that as well. Just so you know, I've been teaching physical science or integrated physics and chemistry for about 10 years off and on now, and I've been working with Western Christian Academy for over 7 years, and I look forward to having you as a student. If you get stuck and you need help or you don't understand something, I'm a click away. You can message me for help. You can message me on Skype or call me on Skype for help. You can call me on my phone or even text me on my phone. I might not answer every time, but I will get back to you as soon as possible, and we can set up a time where I can go over that concept with you so that you have a better understanding. There is an experiment or a project required with every unit. These are hands-on experiments. If you see a virtual project, those will not count, so don't look forward to doing a virtual project. You need to be doing a hands-on experiment, and you need to write it up using the scientific method. So I just wanted to kind of remind you, although I am sure that you have learned the scientific method already, but this is something that I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for you to present all 6 of these parts in your experimental write-up, that you would write why you're doing the experiment. That would be the purpose. Your hypothesis, what you think is going to be the result of the experiment, the materials you use, and here you need to take a picture of the materials as well and submit the picture so that I know that you actually did the experiment. Otherwise, you can look up a lot of these answers online, and we want to make sure that you are actually doing the work so that you get credit for your course. Okay, so you need to submit a picture, and you can submit that by just attaching it underneath the file, or you can send it to my email. Then you need to write exactly what you did in the experiment. Now, there are instructions usually in the project, and a lot of students skip this part. They think they don't need to write up the instructions because the instructions are already there. Well, I want you to tell me exactly what you did. You might have used slightly different materials, or you might have been doing it outside or inside. All of these things affect the experiment, and a good scientist always writes up exactly what they did so that it can be replicated. And you're going to be practicing that, so you are going to be writing up your procedure. And then you're going to document your results, what happened, and then you're going to write your conclusion. And it's in the conclusion that you answer the questions. The discussion and conclusion will answer the questions that are asked in the experiment. Now, some students think that this is all they need to provide, is answer the questions that are in the experiment. No, you need to provide all of this. And in fact, if you don't provide me with a photo of your materials or a photo of you doing the experiment is also fine. It's either the materials or you doing the experiment. I will not grade it, and I will reassign it to you. But you want all of these elements in order to get a good grade. This is how I'm going to grade it. So you want to keep this in mind. Your photo of the experiment will be worth 20 points. Your hypothesis will be worth 15. Your procedure will be worth 15. Your results will be worth 25 points. Your formatting, in other words, it's clearly labeled, easy to follow, will be worth 5. And then your discussion conclusion answers will be worth 20. So you can see that if you just included the photo and the discussion questions, you would get 40 out of 100, which is a failing grade. So you want to make sure you follow all of this. And because this is teaching you also how to be a good scientist and how to write a scientific report, you need to include all of these elements, okay? But if you have any questions, just let me know. One other thing is that when you're when you open a unit, you want to look at all of the experiments available. You only need to do one, and you can choose out of the ones that are assigned. However, you want to look at them early on because you often will have to purchase supplies to complete the experiment. A lot of them can be purchased at your local hardware store or Walmart store or Amazon.com, but you want to give yourself a couple of days at least to gather your supplies. Also keep in mind that sometimes the experiments take more than one day to complete. So you want to give yourself time to do it. That's why they are assigned for the length of the unit. You can complete them at any time during the unit, but they must be completed before you take the unit test. Okay, so with that in mind, if you have any questions about any of the material you are learning, message me through Ignitia. If you have a question about one of the questions you got wrong, use the help button on your assignment. Send me a question. Why is this wrong? What is the correct answer? Go over the answers you missed on your assignments and make sure that you learn the correct answer. And let me know if you need a quiz reassigned or if you would like me to go over a concept with you before you retake a quiz. All right. Again, I am Mrs. Sarkisian. I'm here to serve you, and I'm only a click away. So I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.